It's an active weather week across the country, an atmospheric river for the west coast. A significant storm for the central U.S. and the Great Lakes will bring rain and snowfall. So we have a slew of advisories out there, severe weather potential in Oklahoma and Texas today and for the southern states, but you can also see some winter storm warnings in the higher elevations, the Rocky Mountains and the west coast, where they're going to see some significant moisture here this week thanks to an atmospheric river. We'll talk about that in a second, but first, the current storm system in the central U.S., a classic panhandle hook developing right in the panhandle areas of Texas and Oklahoma and surging straight northward. This is creating severe weather potentially in the southern states today, but also bringing a significant round of moisture for the whole central U.S., and then that will track east. Slight risk, level 2 out of 5 of severe weather into Oklahoma, Texas, and then parts of Louisiana today, and even a bit of a tornado and wind threat with those storms that do develop later on today. So large area of moisture, all moving northward into Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa. It's going to bring significant rainfall, but as colder air moves in, 'tis the season, we're going to see snow on the backside, and some of that will be significant for places in North Dakota, northwestern Minnesota maybe even, and then pockets of decent snowfall across the Great Lakes in the northeast as well. So as far as total rainfall, a significant 1 to 3 inches of precipitation here from Kansas through eastern Nebraska, Iowa, into Minnesota, Wisconsin, and then that system will track east, bringing rain and snow to much of the northeast, the Ohio River Valley, here over the next several days into the weekend, where more snow will add up, but also pockets of more significant rainfall too. Another swath of 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches of rain for portions of upstate New York into Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and yes, some snow in some of those areas too, especially higher elevations of the Appalachians and near some of the Great Lakes. But most significant snow with this system is going to be into North Dakota, where we're talking about over a half foot of snow. In pink, you can see that's 6 to 10 inches of snowfall. But there will be pockets, again, in parts of Virginia and West Virginia, we'll see some snowfall in the mountains there. And then pockets of upstate New York into New England, Vermont, New Hampshire will also see a coating of some fresh snow here over the next several days. And on the west coast, an atmospheric river is setting up. Cold air is plunging across the Pacific, and that pushes that very deep moisture across the tropical Pacific right into the west coast. It's going to be aiming at the west coast here over the course of this week. You can see that one river there of moisture, and then kind of waves of moisture smacking the west coast, literally like an atmospheric garden hose aimed right at Northern California and Oregon. That means heavy snow in the mountains, but also heavy rain in coastal areas. Northern California really is going to see just some incredible rainfall here. There's coastal flood watches posted for parts of California and Oregon, where it is really going to be significant here. We're talking 3 to 6 inches of rain, but even higher amounts. This is a blend of the models dumping up to a foot of rain in parts of Northern California along the coast, and incredible snowfall, of course, in the Cascades and Sierra Nevada. We're going to see it piling up in feet, of course. Much like last winter, we had significant snowfall all winter long. And of course, this is really beneficial moisture that helps replenish the reservoirs in California during the winter months. So significant snowfall and significant rainfall along the coast. Active weather coast to coast really this week.